It happened when I was 19. I was serving in the Israeli Defense Forces. Everybody has to serve in the army. It was a very hard time for Israel. There were a lot of terrorist attacks. And I was already volunteering in the Israeli Red Cross, Magen David Adom, ever since I was 15. So I was trained as, let's call it a first responder, almost a medic. So I joined the army already with a lot of medical knowledge and certification, and it was so intense that they actually let me treat people before I completed my official training medic. It was really hard. I've seen a lot. There were a series of traumatic events that I experienced alongside me putting myself always last, self-canceling, taking everything upon my shoulders, this kind of Atlas syndrome. I collapsed. My immune system reacted really badly, and it took me years to find out later what happened, but turned against me as a kind of final cry out after a lot of warnings. And one day I could not function anymore. Actually, the army let me go after around 2 years. I was more in a hospital than in the field at one point, but instead of internalizing it and devoting time to getting better. Instead of taking the time to get better, I just waited a few weeks. I got a bit better. I would really feel like crap, but I had to complete the service, So I joined the Red Cross in a more full-time capacity to do some sort of a national civil service. I've seen really tough stuff. My body could not handle it anymore. And it took 1.5 years for me to completely destroy my body. I got to a point that I cannot walk anymore, and after a while cannot talk anymore. I've ended up in a hospital, and I've been in and out since. I have this feeling that almost 15 years ago, I set out for my last shift in the Red Cross because I was supposed to go to medical school 2 weeks after. So I scheduled kind of my last shift, official shift, so I can just get ready. And I had tests to do and packing and everything, but I just feel that I left my home to do this last shift and it never ended. I don't think I never came back. I spent almost a decade cumulative in my bed, completely disabled, and I feel sometimes that I lost a decade of my life. And other times I feel that I gained the most valuable gift, which was me. That is the reason why I feel I lost a decade of my life. So I'm doing everything in my power to help others regain responsibility over their lives. I spent almost a decade in my sick bed, and all I'm trying to do ever since is to help other people get out of it.